back again, YouTube. Just follow up stream of the previous stream. Done a little bit of digging. Ubisoft, you're fucking retards, seriously. As you can see, I have not even received the update for the online section. Their statement of online is coming the 9th. It's bullshit. It's coming on the 10th. It's the 9th US. So unless you are in the exact time zone where they decided that they're going to make the release date for, which is probably, I don't know, California or some stupid ass American state. Nothing against Americans, but I'm sorry, there's a whole globe. When you say the 9th, that's a global release, 9th. So as soon as it hits the 9th, you should better get it. But that's not what that's what they stated. They just stated the 9th. So globally 9th, you should better get online. What they meant to say was the 9th in our state in America, but they didn't say it. So everyone who's checking for your updates and all that, right now it is 8 PM for me on the 9th. And everything I've checked, I will not get it until about 1 AM on the 10th. So we're looking at a good handful of hours still before we get it. So pushing all the dates forward by 1 day from all the statements I've seen. The online update will be on the 9th. You should get it sometime today, the 9th, which is very quickly running out of the 9th. And then on the 10th, online will be available. So if you read somewhere where it says the online, or someone saying the update is on the 9th, the update is on the 8th, and then you can play on the 9th, put it forward by 1 day if you're not in America, or adjust for your time zone, because they didn't specify it, because they're idiots and morons. But it's not a global time. The 9th is not a global date. It is their region date. So this has to stop. If a game developer says a date and doesn't say a region, that's a global time. Give it to the customers on that time. If you're meaning to say a region, state the region in your statement. So yeah, Watchdog Legion online is the 10th for Oceanic. So the normal regions, so anything that isn't self-centered like America, it's not the 9th. It could be if you're Canadian. Like, I'm sorry that I keep calling Canadians Americans, because you don't want to be lumped in with an American. I apologize to any Americans, but I'm sorry. Think of the rest of the globe when you make a statement. Yeah, unless you're in that exact time zone, where I have no idea. I'm guessing their HQ, Ubisoft HQ is. Unless you're in that exact time zone, take their dates as a ballpark figure, because they all say it's a global release. They'll go, oh, it's the 9th, and make nothing after that. But what they mean to say is, for us, it's the 9th. Adjust it for yourself. That's not a way businesses run. Can you imagine if your local news turned around and said, oh, there's a murderous wildcat murdering people. Oh, it's in your country. They don't give you an exact area in that country, but there's a murderous cat loose. This is what Ubisoft have said. They've gone, oh, there's a wild cat in your country, but they haven't said where in your country. So viewer, yeah. Bye. Okay. It's literally, instead of going Watchdog Legion, is getting released. The 9th, US. They've gone, it's just getting released on the 9th. We're not going to clarify where, when, how, who, what, why, or anything. It's just 9th. So, we're at 10, 12. So in about 5 hours from when this stream is done, it will be clicking, in 4 hours it will be clicking over to the 10th. And in 5 hours, according to the statements, their end is the, in brackets, release. So it's not the 9th, it's the 10th. Next time Ubisoft say a date, add a day. Because they're not going to state that it's not a global date. They're just going to say it's a date. Because they're too stupid to understand that there's a globe. There's time zones. You can't turn around and say... oh, just go outside, it's nice and sunny. When it's night time. Yeah, so I'm going to call the stream here. It was just an update to let everyone know that I've done some digging. Again, to recap, Ubisoft are absolute morons. When they say the 9th, they mean a roundabout. Because it's not getting released on the 9th. It's getting released on the 10th. Yeah, sure, if you're in wherever the HQ of Ubisoft is, if you live underneath Ubisoft, you'll get it on your 9th. But everyone else on the globe, wherever you are on the globe, you have to adjust. They haven't stated you have to adjust, but you have to adjust. Because, yeah, they're so inconsiderate that they will not let everyone know that it's not a global release. It's their region release date. So, on the 10th, in brackets I'm saying here, it's supposed to be released in my region, the Oceanic region. It's going to be just after midnight, early morning, the 10th. So, they lied about the release date by leaving out technically 2 letters. All they had to put is the release date is the 9th with the US letters after it. And then we could have gone, okay, so it's the 9th in the US. But they did not do that. So, adjust. If you're in the time zones ahead of America, which half the planet is, then adjust forward. If you're in the time zones after America, which are a little bit less than half, but half planet is, then adjust that way. And Ubisoft, next time you release a release date, state whether it's in your region or globally. If it has nothing after it, that's a global release. That means when it's your time in your region, then it will be released. And that's not what they meant. They meant it is whatever time they chose on the 9th, US. And even in the US, it's a fairly wide country. I'm pretty sure they get more than one time zone. So if you're in one side of America and the other side of America, it will get released at a different time. And they didn't take this into account. Viewer, online, Watchdog Legion online is on the 10th for my region, not the 9th, like the statement says, because they did not put the US letters after it when they meant to. So if you're reading that Watchdog Legion online is getting released on the 9th, that's for Ubisoft's headquarters. Adjust forward or back to your time zone. They should have put that in the statement, but they did not because they're idiots. But yeah, so if you're looking for Watchdog Legion online update and you haven't received it yet, and you've been reading that, hang on, we're supposed to get an update on the 8th for online, and then on the 9th better play it, and it's already the 9th and we cannot play it and we haven't even received the update, it's because it's the 9th in America. So, yeah. Ubisoft. Fucking dumbasses, seriously. Okay, gotta call it. Again, adjust your time zones. Their statement... The statement isn't factual. It is to them because it's their time zone. But if you're ahead or behind in the time zones, it's not related to you, it's related to them, so you have to adjust. And they did not state that. So, yeah. Watchdog Legion online, 10th of this month. So, tomorrow. Even though they said the 9th. If you're on the other side of America, so the UK, you'll probably still be on the 9th. I'm trying to think of roughly how far the time zone would go. If you're further to my right on the map, or east, then you'll be getting it even later in the day. So you'll be getting it near on mid-morning on the 10th. So New Zealand, Indonesia, Philippines, those sort of places, you probably get it mid-morning on the 10th. If you come to like Asia, Australia, like that region on the globe, you'll be getting it just after midnight on the 10th. Then if you go closer to America, it might be just on the 9th. Very close to midnight on the 9th. And as you go further around the globe, because yes, Ubisoft, it's a globe, and flat earthers, stop arguing the point, it's a globe. Everyone knows it's a globe, they've sent rockets up and looked. Yeah, so American time, the 9th, is the statement they made. But they didn't state it was American time, they just stated it was that time. So on the 9th, no. Ballpark it. Adjust for your time zone. If you're to the east of America, you have to add a day. If you're to the west of America, depending how far west, most of the time you'll be okay, but you might even have to add take a day off. Because the statement was the 9th, but they meant the 9th American. Alright. I'm out of here, gonna go play something else, because I'm not gonna sit here and check every hour for these a-holes to falsely advertise a date, and they meant, oh, it's our date, it's the 9th for where we are. Alright. Take care of yourselves. I'll catch you next time.